What was it that made you attracted to the Ultimate Style Makeover?
Well, it's probably a lot of what the ladies were saying. You know, I had lost weight. I didn't have any clothes. I didn't have a wardrobe full of clothes. The stuff I had was old. I didn't spend money on myself. And I think I just got to the stage where I just had enough of when I looked in the mirror, it was like, actually, you're not that bad, you know, go and do something different. So it happened to be that I had a photo shoot with work, which was the big catalyst because I wanted to look good for the photo shoot, because the one that we had a few years prior, I was just not into it. I was traumatized from it because I didn't feel like I looked good or, you know, compared to the, you know, my colleagues and things like that. So that's what prompted me to do it, combined with I just had a gut full of treating, you know, I wanted to do something. If you don't change something, then, you know, you don't reap the benefits.
That's right. Well done for investing in yourself and taking that plunge.
Yeah.
So good. And so was there anything specific that you feel that you took away from the Ultimate Style Makeover that you think other people can really learn from?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is I still don't like shopping, but now when I go shopping, I'm more focused. Okay. So instead of having to look and maybe try on, I didn't even try on a lot of stuff. I used to just go home depressed every shopping trip, but it's now I can focus and, you know, if a top's got flutter sleeves, I'm not trying it on because Shannon said my shoulders are too broad for flutter sleeves. Okay. And things like, you know, I wasn't wearing the right jean type. So now I go for straight jeans, and that's where I invest my money. And even though I've had to get a couple, and even since I'm losing more weight, then I'll just go get the same one just in a smaller size, that sort of stuff. So, you know, I'm still buying black T-shirts, Shannon, but some things you can't just break, but you're in the back of my mind going, so you don't need more, you don't need more. How you helped me with the sort of essential, you know, tanks and neutrals, I'm finding that I'm not just going out in a T-shirt anymore and T-shirt and jeans. I'm putting a jacket on, or I'm wearing my tank and I'm wearing a skirt and sandals, where I'll just go and put, you know, some canvas shoes on and duck out and duck back. And it only takes a couple of minutes now because I don't know how to say, it's just easier now. And then I feel exponentially better for that extra 5 minutes of, you know, choosing something nice to wear rather than throwing on a T-shirt. And the other thing I used to do is just hide in clothes. The baggier, the better. And, you know, that probably, you know, made me look even bigger or worse, you know, but I had a gut full of that too. And that was the other thing that Shannon helped me with. Like, if you've got the right shape, doesn't matter if you've got a few bumps, as long as they're in the, as long as overall it looks all right.
Yes. I know there's so many different body shapes out there. We're all different. Yeah.
Yeah. And that helped because you identified I was triangle, a reverse triangle, but it makes a lot of sense now when I put on clothes about not having, you know, wide waist, because it just makes me look wider, you know, and, you know, even though I'm not 100% confident, I don't have a tiny waist, it's better that my top is fitted because overall it looks better than looking like a tent.
Yeah, and you can see that in the mirror now.
Yeah.
That's so good. And so what do you think would be your favourite thing about the Ultimate Style Makeover?
That you did all the hard work for me initially.
Yep.
You narrowed everything down, and then I went to the shops. And like, I didn't get everything. I didn't feel like I could get everything all at once because I'm a single mum, got a mortgage. You know, I have to think about how I spend money on myself. Yeah. But, and, you know, and some things I replaced brands, you know, where I could. And that was the best thing, is that you put the outfits together, and I use a lot of those in the photo shoot.
And what do you think, if we could talk to the ladies in the workshop today, like what would be one thing that they could focus on to really get started in this style journey if they're feeling like they're sort of stuck and overwhelmed? Yeah.
I think maybe don't overthink it and don't look for reasons not to do it, because the value that I got out of it, not just, you know, I shopped at new stores that I'd never, ever walked into. I didn't own a shirt because every time I've tried to buy a shirt in the past was too tight on the shoulder. Oh, no, it was too tight on the boobs or too tight on the shoulders or the sleeves were too short. And then I went to Witchery and their linen shirts were perfect. Yeah. So I bought one in blue and one in white. So it's just challenge yourself. I think the benefit of just feeling like you've got a little bit of control outweighs the scariness of going shopping and having to look in the mirror and go through clothes and whatever. But I feel like it's improved other areas of my life as well. I just feel better.
So good. I love seeing these transformations because I remember when I first met you, Jo, as well, and where you were at. And then yeah, like after just working with you, it wasn't even that long, and I could see massive change.
Yeah, and the keeping of the diary for that first week for you was confronting because I was taking photos of myself in the mirror to send to you, and you were asking, where were you going? What were you doing? And I'm going, going downstairs to work, going to get the groceries. Yes, it's jeans and a T-shirt again, and it's a black T-shirt, and it's a black T-shirt, and it's a black T-shirt. So, but it sort of then it makes it easier to just step back and look at what you're doing. And it wasn't, I wasn't treating myself. I think my self-esteem was low, and I could have treated myself better. I was giving myself a hard time. So I don't do that anymore.
Good on you.